American Advantage Law Group is proud to bring you this webinar for your legal insurance.
Asset protection for doctors and dentists. American Advantage Law Group, Inc. Importance of protecting assets. There are plenty of physicians who believe that medical liability insurance covers their personal and business assets. Such an insurance may be due to a misunderstanding. Premiums have risen sharply over the past 10 years, and insurers have made accommodations to coincide with legal and administrative costs. Despite its rising costs, medical liability insurance gives limited protection from the full range of tort liability. For instance, liability insurance does not cover liability dealing with the typical errors that happens when running a medical practice. It does not cover faults directly associated with the physician's relationship with his patient either. These potential liabilities that are covered include employment lawsuits and tort claims from injuries that happen on the office premises. This isn't hardly protection. Asset protection in general. There are two options for asset protection: domestic asset protection and offshore asset protection. Domestic asset protection. Protection that is completely appropriate if implemented by parties who have no present claims against them. This is normally for real estate protection in situations that already have claims. Domestic asset protection may not be the most effective option. What may be better to look into is offshore asset protection. Offshore asset protection. Protection that involves the transference of your assets to a trust or corporation established in a confidential and secure foreign country. If an offshore asset protection plan is drawn out by a savvy lawyer in the asset protection field, it just may be the best option. However, this must be done carefully in order to comply with IRS rules and regulations governing control of foreign assets. Q-Tip Trust and Living Trust. Q-Tip Trust. It allows certain property to qualify for an estate and gives tax marital deduction even though ordinarily it would not qualify for such tax deduction. One type of Q-Tip property that can qualify for a marital deduction are trusts. Trusts provide funds to the living spouse for the duration of his or her life. When the spouse has passed away, the rest of the money will go to the children. Living trust. A living trust is an effective way to provide lifetime and after-death property management and estate planning. When a person sets up a living trust, he is what you would call the grantor. Anyone he or she lives under the trust will benefit from the assets in the trust. This person is known to be the beneficiary. Note that the grantor can also act as a trustee. Partnership. In a partnership, each partner is liable for all the actions and debts of themselves and the other partners. For instance, if one partner takes out a loan on behalf of the partnership, all partners are going to be responsible. It does not matter if one individual does or does not get the consent of his or her partners, for everyone will pay for one person's actions. Because of this, partnerships are the worst entity you could be involved in since you want to be protected. A partnership is the same as a sole proprietorship, with the added factor of having a partner who may generate extra liability. This also includes situations involving individual actions that are not on behalf of the business. For instance, if one partner sexually harasses an employee and the business is sued for sexual harassment,